Welcome to the equity arc. In 2019, this single company was valued at $47 billion. It was the most valuable startup in the United States, backed by the deepest pockets on Wall Street. To the public, it wasn't just a business. It was a movement. A tech giant redefining how humanity works, lives, and connects. But just a few months later, the illusion shattered. The valuation plummeted by over 90%, the CEO was forced out, and the company became the biggest punchline in corporate history. This is the post-mortem of WeWork, a story not just of a failure, but of how a fake tech company fooled the smartest minds in global finance. It all started with this man, Adam Neumann, an incredibly charismatic entrepreneur with a dangerous gift, the ability to sell a fantasy. In 2010, Neumann co-founded WeWork. The business model was remarkably simple: rent office space long-term, renovate it to look incredibly trendy, and sublease it short-term to freelancers and startups. In reality, WeWork was a standard real estate middleman. Real estate companies are valued cheaply because they have massive overhead costs. But Adam Neumann knew a secret: if you convince investors you are a tech platform, your valuation multiplies by 10. He began using tech buzzwords, claiming WeWork was an ecosystem that would elevate global consciousness. And it worked. Masayoshi Son, the billionaire head of SoftBank, fell under his spell and pumped over $10 billion into the company. To understand how this illusion lasted for nearly a decade, you have to look at the bizarre corporate culture Neumann built. WeWork wasn't run like a business, it was run like a corporate cult. Every year, Neumann forced thousands of employees to fly to a remote field in England for mandatory WeWork summer camps. It featured headline music acts, mandatory spiritual coaching, and endless flowing alcohol. Company meetings routinely started with mandatory shots of expensive tequila. If an employee complained about the grueling 80-hour work weeks, they were simply told they weren't elevating humanity's consciousness enough. Neumann possessed a near-hypnotic ability to bend reality. He banned meat from the entire global company overnight because of his personal beliefs, yet was caught eating a steak in his private office hours later. This total control meant no one inside the company dared to question the broken business model. But the ultimate validation of this cult didn't come from millennial workers. It came from the most powerful tech investor in the world, Masayoshi Son, the CEO of SoftBank. In 2016, Son visited WeWork's headquarters in New York. He told Neumann he only had exactly 12 minutes to spare. Neumann gave him a whirlwind tour, sprinting through the hallways and showcasing the raw energy of the rooms. Fascinated by the chaos, Son invited Neumann into his limousine to finish the meeting. During that brief ride, on the back of a digital tablet, Masayoshi Son sketched out an initial $4 billion investment. As the ride ended, the billionaire looked at Neumann and gave him one piece of advice that would ultimately ruin the company. He said, "In a fight, being smart is good, but being crazy is better. You are smart, but you are not crazy enough." With infinite cash, WeWork expanded at a reckless speed, burning through hundreds of millions of dollars every single month. They became the largest private tenant in London and New York. But behind the scenes, the math didn't work. WeWork was losing thousands of dollars every single second. Worse, Neumann's behavior grew increasingly erratic. He used company money to buy a $60 million private jet, invested in a wave pool company because he loved surfing, and began trademarking words to charge his own company millions to use them. The day of reckoning arrived in August 2019, when WeWork filed its paperwork to go public on the stock exchange. For the first time, Wall Street analysts got a look under the hood. What they found was horrifying. The company had lost nearly $2 billion in a single year. The corporate governance was a mess, and the tech platform was actually just a heavily indebted landlord. Investors panicked. Within 30 days, the house of cards collapsed. The IPO was cancelled. To save the company from absolute bankruptcy, SoftBank had to pay Adam Neumann over $1 billion just to leave the building and give up control. In late 2023, WeWork officially filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. A $47 billion empire, completely wiped out. The story of WeWork highlights a critical lesson in modern business: charisma can raise capital, but it cannot override basic economics. Cash flow will always matter more than hype. Sometimes, a spectacular rise is just a preview of an even greater fall. For more inside looks into the world of business, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next arc.